Hello, we are the CMS Section 508 program team. We have put together a series of videos that provide useful information and instruction on making CMS information technology products and services accessible to all who seek them. Section 508 is important to everyone at CMS, and it's a federal law. The title of this video is How to Complete the VPAT, an instructional video for business owners and software application developers. What is the VPAT? If you are developing software applications for CMS, an important step in the CMS Section 508 approval process is completion of the Voluntary Product Accessibility Template, also known as the VPAT. Why is the VPAT important? The VPAT is a form that explains how information and communication technology, or ICT, products such as software, hardware, electronic content, and support documentation meet the Section 508 standards for IT accessibility. The VPAT provides crucial information about potential risks during the procurement phase. The VPAT is also used to confirm Section 508 compliance during the system or product testing phase. VPATs also help federal agency contracting officials and government buyers to assess ICT for accessibility when doing market research. How do you complete the VPAT? We strongly urge that you, as the business owner or developer, read the entire VPAT first before completing it. Please note that the VPAT contains a document with instructions, which must be read completely and followed carefully. Most importantly, all sections of the VPAT must be completed before testing can begin. If the VPAT is incomplete, it will delay the testing and approval process. For the testing team to know exactly what application is being tested, the VPAT should always include the full name and version of the application. Also, please remember to include the software application itself or how it can be accessed. Which VPAT should you use? There are 4 editions of the VPAT available based on the guidelines and standards being evaluated. These editions are 508, the revised Section 508 standards, WCAG, the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, UA, European Union's accessibility requirements, and INT, which incorporates all 3 of the above standards. Please note that CMS does not utilize the UA or the INT standards, so the 508 and WCAG forms are the only versions to select for CMS. What are the sections of the VPAT? In the first part of this template, you will list this basic information: the report title, VPAT heading information, where you indicate which VPAT you're using, the name of the product being reported, including the version of the product, a product description, the date of your report, your contact information, namely an email address in case we have any follow-up questions. A notes section is provided if you want to add details or further information. In the Evaluation Methods Used section, let us know what evaluation methods you use to complete the VPAT. And in the Applicable Standards and Guidelines section, you will indicate which standards and guidelines your conformance report addresses. Each edition of the VPAT has a Tables section that you will complete. For instance, if you are choosing to utilize the WCAG conformance standards, then you will complete the tables where each of the success criteria levels has 2 columns to fill in. The levels are A, AA, and AAA. However, for CMS, you are not required to complete the AAA table. In the conformance level column of the table, you will state one of the following for each criteria: whether it supports, partially supports, does not support, is not applicable, or is not evaluated. In the Remarks and Evaluation column, you are to provide detailed remarks to support your answers. You must complete each line. If a line is not applicable, you must fill in not applicable and explain why in the Remarks and Evaluation column. Remember, if any line of the VPAT is incomplete, this will result in a delay in the testing and approval process. Finally, there is a legal disclaimer section where you would indicate your company's legal disclaimer if needed. Let's summarize the details for completing the VPAT. The Voluntary Product Accessibility Template, or VPAT, is an important form that must be completed by the developers of every software application to be used at CMS. the VPAT explains how ICT products are Section 508 compliant. There are 4 editions of the VPAT, but only the 508 and the WCAG editions are used at CMS. Read the entire VPAT and the instructions before you begin filling out the form. The VPAT must be completed in full. Follow the VPAT instructions carefully and leave no sections blank. In the table section, each line and column must be completed. If using the WCAG edition of the VPAT, only levels A and AA are required. The AAA level is not required by CMS. When submitting the VPAT, be sure to include the application or details on how to access it. If the VPAT is incomplete, it will delay the testing and approval process. Thank you for taking the time to view and/or listen to this video. For more details about CMS Section 508 compliance for software applications and the VPAT, please use this resource list. On the web, go to cms.gov at https://www.cms.gov/research-statistics-and-information-technology/section508/section-validation.html, or email us at cms_section508@cms.hhs.gov.